See how living in a small space doesn't mean living small. A tiny New York walk-up with lots of glamour. An Austin loft that doesn't need color.
I am a bit of color phobe.
And a small Miami apartment right out of a science fiction movie. Who would be brave enough to turn a decrepit New York tenement into a fancy hotel suite? Meet architects Ward Welch and Paul Rice. Hi, guys.
Hey.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Ward.
Ward, nice to meet you.
Hey, Andrew, I'm Paul.
Hi, Paul. Nice to meet you. Wow. Trees right out the living room window. You don't see that in New York City too often.
No, not very often.
Paul and Ward's 475 square foot apartment is a long, narrow space divided into 4 distinct rooms, but with no walls between them. So it didn't always look like this.
No, it did not look like this.
What did it look like when you first moved in?
It had been abandoned for a couple of years. You could see through to the apartment above and the apartment below. We were looking for a place that had not been improved, that we could come in and do exactly what we wanted to do without having to undo what somebody else had done before us.
The living room is full of furniture light enough to move out of the way for parties.
Probably the most important thing was to have one open kitchen, living, dining area that was going to be able to entertain a lot of people. We like to have people over. We like to have people for dinner, hanging out. So we wanted our main space to be conducive to that kind of lifestyle. This was a tenement apartment. The kitchen was in this part here, along with the shower. The toilet was way at the other end. So the most critical thing that we had to do here was try and move all the plumbing to the center and set up the kitchen and the bathroom in the center so that these outside spaces facing the street and facing the courtyard could be used for sleeping and entertaining.
The trick with the kitchen was to hide the appliances in plain sight. So how often do you guys entertain over here?
A lot, probably every couple of weeks we'll have a party for 5 or 6 people at this table.
5 or 6 people sit right here and have a full dinner.
Full dinner.
Sure.
You guys cook it?
Yeah.
Well, I know it also is a hallway, so...
Well, that was definitely one of the things to wrestle with, was how to make it a kitchen that doesn't really necessarily look like a kitchen in such a tiny space. And so all the appliances are covered up, so that the dishwasher's there.
We also wanted to have small appliances, so this is an 18-inch wide dishwasher, which is not standard.
That is so key, having all this stuff
Trash in
match.
here.
Same thing with the refrigerator and the freezer drawers over on that side.
And those are freezers?
Those are freezers down there. Pantry over here. It's an amazing amount of storage.
And really utilizing all the way from the floor all the way to the roof with
All
every
the way to the
cabinet.
ceiling. Yeah.
One of the problems for me with having everything camouflaged is that I think I would load my dirty dishes into the freezer, but having everything unified in that way so it has the same front, it fights clutter in the kitchen.
With so little storage in the apartment, the few closets had to be extra organized.
From this door over is our closet, where we store all of our clothes, towels, pretty much everything we need to store in this apartment. Shirts up above.
This stuff is neater on the inside than it is on the outside.
We wanted this area, because it is a hallway, to feel like a hallway and not like you're walking through someone's closet.
The bedroom is too small for even a dresser, so one had to be built into the fireplace.
We took what was the fireplace for this room. Since the room was so small, we were never going to use it, and since it was so close to the bed, we actually built a shelving unit to go in there that holds all of the shoes.
This is ingenious. Now, I gotta ask, why would somebody in New York City give up a fireplace for shoes?
We really needed the storage for more shoes, and it seemed like a perfect use for a fireplace that we were not going to use.
You've chosen to put a really dark headboard on this bed, and a lot of people are scared of using dark colors in small spaces.
Because all the walls in the apartment were white, we decided that we would pick up on the theme of the walnut out in the other room for the shelves and make it our headboard in here. It also allowed us to do all the wiring and stuff behind it for reading lamps.
In a small bedroom, anytime you can mount your lighting on the walls instead of having lamps on end tables, it frees up a lot of space.
While the rest of the apartment is pretty understated, the bathroom is all out glamorous. This bathroom is so chic.
Thanks. That was definitely one of the things we were going for, is, you know, to try to have fairly elegant, high-end looking bathroom in a very tiny space. We really tried to focus on making sure that it gives you everything that a big bathroom would. Nice wide vanity, wall-hung faucet here so it doesn't take up much space. And then similarly over here, you know, we've got the wall-hung toilet so it doesn't take up any space with the tank. bringing the bathroom, into the middle of the space, suddenly we have no natural ventilation or light. So we stole a little natural light from the bedroom. So on the bedroom side, it goes sort of top to bottom, and it, it just makes a nice clean slice.
It really lets a lot of light in here.
Yeah, it does.
The shower is actually as large or larger than the rest of the bathroom.
We definitely wanted the whole bathroom to seem luxurious.
It does. It has a very five-star hotel feel to it.
I love this big, marble, glamorous shower. I mean, it's so big you can put a bed in there.
So I've kind of been wondering, how do you flush the toilet?
I think that actually there's a lot of excitement about living in a small space because it constantly makes you evaluate what you need in your life.
Since it's a small space, we don't have a lot of clutter. We don't have a lot of those things that sort of tie you down.
Your life sort of is right there all the time. You can't shove it in an extra room and close the door.
Coming up, not everything's big in Texas.
I knew this is a space that I could feel comfortable in.
In Miami Modern meets Space Age Chic.